We are live. We are alive. We are back in business. This is the market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. The Orange Man. Has he not done everything that he said he was going to do? Is he not advised by people from George Soros's hedge fund? Did they catch everybody leaning one way, 1 out of 10 people bullish? And then come back the other way and go, by the way, we mean business with the strategic reserve. Well, how nice of these crypto ninnies to mark everything down so we don't have to worry about sell the fact. Meanwhile, these North Korean hackers are going to meet SEAL Team 6 because, again, who thinks this guy was playing around? Well, apparently 9 out of 10 people, because everybody was negative crypto, and I get that. Everybody that is, as people in Patreon, because I sat down with my colleague and I said, we got to do one of two things. We either got to call get to the chopper because it's going to 60, or we got to stand up and say something else. And she said, you know what I think we should do? I said, what? Tell me. She's like, give them 2017. Give them exactly the opposite of what they're all doing. So I did just that. And we published that to Patreon for $25 a month and the YouTube member area where Toby told you and me last week, get over yourself. Web3's coming. It's not happening. Everybody was a tactical genius last week, and it was all going to zero, and crypto people all got negative. Meanwhile, BlackRock and all these characters, and what's really unbelievable, and I'm so excited I can't even show the thumbnail yet, but we just published a weekly Gann roadmap. So the planetary alignment at the end of the month, February, was bearish. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen off the eclipses? Well, if you want to find out, that 5-minute video is worth the price of admission. A weekly eclipse roadmap. Crazy. Okay, today we're going over charts. We're going over DeMark charts. We're going over the news. We're going over everything that was fit to print. And listen to me on LuxAlgo. Oh my God, when you see the LuxAlgo work on total crypto market cap, like if you just got here and you're like, what should I do? When you see the altcoin market cap charts via LuxAlgo, you'll know why you should get it. I undersell this. You're gonna find out today. You're gonna find out. Okay, and obviously Bitcoin Vegas, no one is booked for it, so maybe you should book that with the QR code and the link down below before the entire planet does. Okay, so let's welcome who's on the stream because we got a lot to talk about, right? Alexandra from Europe, what's going on? She was on that YouTube member stream along with like 7 other people. Bull Runner, Wolf Riot Star, XRP has massive grapefruits now. Oh, yeah. We're going to revisit Gary Cardone. What happens when crypto people get bearish? I'm telling you. Patriot Caveman Samo's a member. What's going on? Grandpa Keeter with that McAfee emoji. Welcoming members. Nasher, Jav. What's going on? Silas, members. Oh, my God. A $10 super chat from Wrong Again. Is this reversal real? Yes. Where is the pullback? That's in the YouTube member area. Not for a while. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, we will get to it. Right? Scott K, happy Sunday. Our members are in the house. Philip, LFG. Hit the like button hard for Toby. And the Eagle King, who is not here today, so don't let me forget to share the screen. Yappy, the water guy, what's up? Yow. From far away, what's going on? Carmenko, Search Agent, Peppo, Javier in the house, Armando from Florida. Okay, I'm just not even playing around today. Not even playing around today, not even a little bit. Man, I thought it was over for about 5 minutes. Longer than that. Now, all I needed was one tweet. So Toby signs a tweet. She finds a tweet and she goes, well, BlackRock is buying back the coins that it sold. They're playing with the market. Whatever the reason, now is the time to pump. February 28th, last day of the month, noon. Gee, do you think the guys over at the top of the tower at BlackRock knew this was coming? What do you think? These guys all don't eat lunch together. They don't all talk on the phone, right? So BlackRock dumped all the crypto on behalf of retail selling the ETF, all the trading ninnies. And they just bought it all back. And Binance and all these exchanges likely cooperated by mass liquidation of all the longs, making themselves hundreds of millions of dollars. And then, of course, they turn around and liquidate all the shorts, making themselves hundreds of millions of dollars. Meanwhile, your trading capital's gone. However, if you follow the big guys, follow Bill, follow Toby, right? Get into Patreon. 13 bottoms in Ethereum, man, screaming in Patreon. Let's go. You think they knew about this? Oh, yeah. Not only did they know about it, but they took advantage of whatever hack there was to exacerbate it. It looked like everyone was being liquidated, and they probably were. Bybit called in some loans, and someone had to liquidate. And then, you know, the big players took advantage of it. Slammed it below 80, and Arthur Hayes, in a tweet that we'll go over soon, he called 75, and then it bounces to 81. He says, one more down move. Everybody wanted one more down move. What happens when everybody wants one more down move? They get up only because everyone just sold out of this market, and people are going to wake up and go, oh, gee, the Bitcoin ETF people are coming back in on Monday morning and go, gee, I guess Bitcoin's back above 100. We better buy it because before it goes to 150, because it finally has the rocket fuel to do so because everyone's out and bearish and probably now afraid to buy it. Okay, so here we go, right? Just skip the FA and go right to find out. U.S. crypto reserve will elevate this critical industry, which we need to get ourselves out of $37 trillion in debt, which we're not going to get out of by Elon laying people off who don't come to the office. Well, just saying. U.S. crypto reserve will elevate the critical industry after many years of corrupt attacks by, Brandon, which is why my executive order on digital assets directed the presidential working group to move forward to buy all the XRP, Solana, and Cardano on the planet. By the way, we're going to talk about something called the Solana Mixer later. Oh, God, don't miss that. I will make sure that the U.S. is the crypto capital of the world. We are making America great again. That sounds familiar. I think we've heard this before. We have. We heard it before. I picked up TikTok and I saw Watcher Guru, quoting the Orange Man saying, yeah, this is a growth industry. Right? Hello? Where's the industry where we can hire the most people and create a wealth effect for the citizens? Crypto. Meanwhile, all the citizens are blah and negative. Subscribe to this channel. Turn on alerts so you know when we're going live. And if the content works for you, hit the like button. Are we experiencing the last crypto collapse? Love it. And get this. 2 days ago, 1 day ago, will Trump save Bitcoin from crash? 969 views in 3 days. Okay. All right. That's fine. Now, maybe our friends at YT don't like the T word, whatever. Nobody in crypto was bullish 2 days ago. And I get it. It's FTX. It's PTSD. I understand. But why give up on crypto? Oh, my God. Gary Cardone, because I'm rich and I know everything. This is hedge fund syndrome. Retail can't possibly be right about anything, right? Retail, Wendy O, Ben Armstrong, all these XRP guys, they can't be right because retail's stupid. Yeah, so I'm selling. And I hope you all get rich, but I don't think you will. Oh, okay. Right. Another guy who apparently doesn't watch cable news or any news. Wait, do you know who's president of the United States? Have you been living on an island? Okay. Good luck fading this XRP thing. Everyone was bullish at $3 and everyone hated it at $2. It was at 50 cents for 6 years. And what, it was going to be over in a month? Come on. I like this particular tweet from the BRICS News Network. right? We're going to replace the dollar with some toilet paper backed by the Russian and Chinese currency. Okay. Yeah. Good luck with that. U.S. to establish strategic reserve, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. Okay. How do you like me now? Wait until Elon starts building things on Cardano. I mean, he was on the Crypto Advisory Council. Everyone's just like, yeah, 70 cents. I don't want any Cardano. Well, you get rid of that. I don't want it anymore. Done. Bitcoin and Ethereum to be included in the U.S. strategic reserve. Now, of course, you're going to have to listen to the massive macroeconomic lecture from me, but the Fed put high-powered money in the system. And if the Fed didn't do it, the Treasury did it. Matter of fact, they did it all at the same time because you can't have the orange man coming out and bull posting crypto and having it go down again. And it was convenient because they needed to do it anyway because housing is a disaster and they're out of money at the Treasury. Plus, the Soros guys know that, we cannot have equities going lower in front of the State of the Union. So put some high-powered money in the system, do a treat on Truth Social, and good morning, Bitcoin ETF sellers on Monday. And by the way, ETH is in there. And according to Benjamin Cohen, ETH does really well when high-powered money and liquidity come into the system. The guy had this huge video, and it was going to be this huge case. 6 minutes in, he's like, yeah, ETH does good when liquidity comes in. I clicked off the video, pulled up my ETH charts, and was like, oh my God, because Toby Ward has been saying ETH, 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 ETH for like a month, which means it's going to happen, and it's going to happen big. YouTube members will see the Gann weekly roadmap and be like this. Can you tell I'm having fun today? Will the Orange Man save Bitcoin from a crash? Right. 552 views. Thank you to all 552 people who tuned in. Here comes the flood. Treasury injects avalanche of cash into the economy, 170 billion in 3 days, the most since the seasonal. As debt ceiling extraordinary measures are exhausted, should prop up risk. Do you think? This is what got it started in 2024 when Powell got told that we cannot have the stock market down for Christmas in September. And it was just up only. That's it. High-powered money. You don't need QE. You don't need M2. You don't need it. They just push a button and some kind of special money goes in. Your kids will read about it in an economics textbook. I don't care what it is. You just know that when they put high-powered money in the system, it goes. Period. The Fed put high-powered money in the system. It's obvious. And I even gave you the 6th Street Crypto podcast through Twitter for free. A little bit after the members got it, right? 636 views. Thank you to all 636 people who turned in, despite the fact that 9 out of 10 people were bearish. 825 billion added to the U.S. stock market on Friday because the U.S. stock market never met any high-powered money that they didn't like it. And they're like dogs, Is that coming in? Do I smell freshly printed green? Like, the books are all cooked and AI is displacing workers. The government's laying everybody off. They're just like, sugar high. Yep. White House to host crypto summit. Crypto czar David Zach says much more to come at the White House. Everybody leaning negative. Everybody back positive. I used to trade with a guy. He used to say, everybody in, everybody out, everybody back in again. I mean, is that not what's happening here? Again, wait till these ETF guys come in on Monday. Like, ETH at 2,200. 2,200. That's like $1,000 below where FTX started. Like, no joke. No joke. Somebody longed $120 million of ETH and 70 millions of BTC with 50x leverage on Hyperliquid. Okay, so obviously, if you're on the right side of leverage, you do well, but do you think this got around? Everybody knew about it except the 9 out of 10 people who got negative, who bought into whatever story BlackRock and the exchanges and whoever was hoovering it all up, crypto Twitter, oh my God, it's over. I mean, you read enough of that stuff, man. You read Arthur Hayes going one more down move. You read all this stuff and your mind just goes to like gush. I get it. I can make fun of it because I was almost one of these people. I was like, oh my God, I missed this. I got to call Get to the chopper if this is messed up. Like, here's what I had to say about Arthur Hayes thinking that there was one more low. When thought leaders become day traders, the down move is over. So the guy had to call. He had to call for 75 and it went to 77. And he was like, I want one more down move. You and the entire planet, bro. So congratulations to Arthur Hayes for making a totally out of consensus call. And then, of course, like everybody else, these bull markets, they're hard as hell, which is why you got to be in a YouTube member area. That's why you got to be there. Because it's like we're down there and it's just like, hey, Web3, I mean, we're sitting there on the last stream going, okay, yeah, these are the coins we like. We like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And you've got 6 streams of those to go through. And I don't care how much is up today. It's going up more. It's going up more because everyone's out. Everyone is out. White House to hold crypto summit. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, right. So these two guys are kidding, right? They're kidding. They're just like, huh, you guys are negative. Shut up. Shut up. We're not doing it. Just not doing it. SEC task force to hold a series of roundtables with industry representatives. So if your coin was not included, you can have your coin included too. Just come to the meeting and I don't know, take us out to lunch and we'll put your coin in there too. ARK just bought $194 million in Bitcoin, March 1st, 7:42 a.m. Do you think they knew? Or maybe not. Maybe they just knew like what us old people know, that, a Soros guy is going to be like, oh my God, these ninnies just sold it all. We should buy it all. How do you think Soros made all his money? I mean, Soros, Tudor, Stan Druckenmiller, all these guys, man, all these guys. Even Warren Buffett. They see these huge fear moments. Oh, just buy it all. Just take it all, right? Now you got everyone scrambling to get back in. Powell still controls the short end of the yield curve. Yeah, with high-powered money. And Musk now controls the long end, says Bank of America. So the credibility of U.S. government debt is now in the hands of Elon Musk. That's a good thing because I guess the guy's not playing around. He's not mismanaging anything. But what you don't understand is, and what this implies, is that when Elon Musk gets done, there's a TikTok that the Eagle King sent me. It's got some lady saying, yeah, no one ever gets fired. No one comes to work. Guys are sleeping at their desk. And by the way, 80% of the work that the government does is done by 20% of the people. Now, I feel sorry for the 20% of the people who are doing work and have to answer these emails, afraid that they're going to lose their job. But, what is going to happen with employment, right? Like all the big tech companies change their HR policies. I don't want to say the words. That's because they want to hire AI engineers and lay off everybody else. And they don't want to have to count and say 4 of these and 5 of these. They're just whoosh, because they're going to buy machines. They got to build Skynet. And the government's going to be laying people off. And the job market was never any good to begin with because all the jobs created over the last year were all either for people who didn't live here or government. So Mr. Powell's got himself a dilemma. He's got rates too high. He's got a housing market that's locked. What happens if you have an employment disruption and people can't sell their houses? What's going to happen? You tell me. What's going to happen? What happens to housing price? Well, he's got to mark them down until someone wants them. That's all. That's all he got to do. And what do you think that does to rates? What do you think that does to the currency? What do you think that does to Bitcoin? Right? In other words, if there's a problem out there, it's not crypto. Bitcoin rises 10% to 9,400 following President Trump's crypto reserve announcement. If there's a problem out there, it's not with crypto. Crypto's had its problem already. Now it's time for everyone else to have their problem, which is why you want to get to the YouTube member area and check out these fantastic streams. Blonde crypto millionaire reveals mind-blowing portfolio secrets. Yeah, don't get bearish when everyone else does. What's next for Bitcoin and Ethereum? The 2025 Eclipse roadmap. You make more money with crypto with that roadmap that will pay for 6 years of what we're doing here, in my not so humble opinion. You need strategy to beat the Magnificent Seven. Okay, thank God. You know, this guy did that magazine cover, and I really did think it was over. I thought it was over. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I didn't think it was over off the magazine cover. Check. It was changing the name of the company. That was like, oh my God. Please stop. Please don't do it again. Oh my God. Judges let Richard Hart off the hook. I interviewed this guy. It was like interviewing a medieval dark creature, and they're not even coming after him. And I thought they would go after Radium and Pump.Fun, but they're putting Solana in the strategic reserve. So that's that. Right? Brad Garlinghouse and the co-founder of Hedera talking about an alliance. A tweet from November 19th, 2024. Anybody who's got an alliance with XRP is going to be massive. Right? If XRP goes to $6, they're going to have enough capital to take over the whole industry and go from 1,000 people to 6,000 employees. And if it goes to $10, they're going to be Goldman Sachs of crypto. Now, I understand, you know, Garlinghouse was a huge amount of hype at the top. So they loved him at the top, and everyone was like WTF at the bottom. I had a little WTF going on. How could you fade the Orange Man? There's just no way. No way. No way. Okay, now let's talk about charts. Let's talk about charts. So this is total 2. So this is total crypto market cap without Bitcoin. And LuxAlgo has this feature where it draws trend lines automatically. So here I am in the meeting with Toby going, okay, well, we're at the apex of a triangle and they just broke down out of it and they came back and they're hugging it. So we got to make a decision. Is this going to be like you turned a pitcher of iced tea upside down? It's going to go like this. It'll be like a waterfall. Or are they going to do up, break down, up? Just kidding. Because you're close to the apex of the triangle. Whatever happens at the apex of a triangle, whichever way you wind up breaking, it's huge. Especially if you're near the apex, like I said. Triangles, meh. Triangles near the apex? Okay, you ready for this? Everyone ready? Okay, so total altcoin market cap, total 3. So XRP, Solana, Cardano, and friends. Think about this, which is funny, is that total altcoin market cap was kind of generally so beat up to begin with that it never took out the bottom of the trend line. It took it out, but it didn't close there. And it was at equilibrium. So I will never, ever, ever buy anything at the premium zone. Ever. I just should have said, we'll leave it, we'll wait. Because it always comes back down to equilibrium and everyone gets bearish and then it goes back up to the premium zone. So total altcoin market cap, for laughs, can go from a current level of 914 billion probably to 1.15. So they can add almost $1 billion to total altcoin market cap. Total market cap did not have the trend line, okay? Because it broke down right at the center, which again scared the daylights out of me. But it was only negative for 3 days. Because you had all the LuxAlgo buy signals, all the reversal signals, like the 13 bottom, which we will, of course, go over. Let me get this off the screen. So, yeah, we will, of course, go over this. And let's go back to total, too. Look at the red on red. This is ETH, right? Total crypto. Total 2 is total crypto market cap without Bitcoin, primarily driven by ETH. Look at people just going, I'm done. Now, of course, with ETH, it was so horrible. I get it. But like everyone's calling for Vitalik's resignation. ETH doesn't rally. It's no good. Except for the fact the orange man buys it. Okay, except for that fact. Except for the fact that he did NFTs on ETH twice in the middle of the worst bear market, I don't know, in a long time, back in 2019. So everyone got negative, and then boom. It doesn't look any better than that. It just doesn't. Total crypto market cap. Again, the fake out here below the 200-day moving average. That was another part of this. I was like, oh my God. I was like, even with the altcoins, it was like, I was like, okay, this is a really nice reversal back up, but is it a bear market rally? Did it take out the 200-day moving average? It didn't take out the 200-day moving average. It sat there and you're like, oh my God, if this is a failed rally. And of course, what does it do? When you start talking like that, seriously, you start talking like that, the market gets in your head and the thing just goes the other way. And Toby Ward is like, yeah, okay. 9 out of 10 people are bearish and I'm going to trade with 9 out of 10. No, I don't think so. No, I'm not. So have a nice day. Enjoy the YouTube member stream. We like these 10 altcoins. We'll see you next week. Turn that into Patreon with some DeMark charts, which came in very handy. Now, speaking of DeMark charts, I'm sure Gary Cardone is going to love this. So this is XRP Weekly. XRP Weekly. And you have a 13 bottom down here, right? And guess what? When you have a 13 bottom, it isn't confirmed until you get a count, like these little 1 through 9 things. Yeah, until you get a count, or at least a number 1 going in the other direction. Now, guess what? You had this wild pump off the election in XRP, and now you're just getting a 1 now. In other words, this 13 bottom, if XRP closes here, the bottom will be confirmed at $3. That means 9 more up weeks, possibly for XRP, with a dip 3 weeks from now. And Gary Cardone is like, yeah, good luck. Yeah, okay, Gary. Okay. See, this is why you need to have 18-year-olds on your trading desks or people who are in like the ivory tower, like Toby, who don't sit around and watch every uptick and every downtick, right? Because, Toby doesn't watch every uptick and every downtick, and 18-year-olds don't know about FTX. They were, I don't know, they were in wood shop in high school or whatever it is you do in high school these days, right? So the 18-year-olds are, well, the orange man says, FAFO throws a European leader out of the White House without lunch, and we thought he wasn't going to do it. Are you kidding? The 18-year-old's like, yeah, let's get the big grapefruits going, and let's just pour into this thing. Let's just pour in. Holy cow. All right, so wrong again with the super chat. I got to do ETH. I'm doing it right now. Let's start with Cardano because I don't want to miss that. I mean, with the TA on this show, I don't even know how I'm going to get it all done in 30 minutes. I don't know how. Guess you're going to have to go on Patreon. Okay, so Cardano Weekly, massive DeMark support at 68 cents, but of course, no one wanted it there. It was much more attractive at $1.30, but no one wanted it at 68 cents. Of course, they did do a great job of running the stops. I don't even know if this is right. You have 2 13 bottoms in Cardano. I don't think I've ever seen that. I've never seen that. And it's back above resistance. And with the way these things work is they probably go up and the dip is intra candle, meaning it'll go up and everyone's like, I'll buy the dip thinking that's tomorrow. And the dip is today. Because again, when these ETF people show up tomorrow, forget about it. Now, ETH monthly. This is very important. This matters for altcoins. So there was the 13 top. The original prayer of the sheepdog, get to the chopper, was here on FTX. So, ETH was at 4,000. It dipped to 2,000. Everybody thought it was going back up again. They just bought it and bought it and bought it. They would lurch up and lurch up and lurch up. Look at these. You got higher highs. You got higher lows. And I'm just like, no, you got this 13 top on monthly. Get to the chopper. It was impossible. because they just kept rallying it in your face. And then finally, I couldn't take it anymore. And I read the prayer of the sheepdog that it's my job to take care of the flock, period. Right? It's my job to take care of the flock. And then this thing just cascaded lower. Whoa, hey. And this is not a conventional looking 13 top, but hey, look at this. March was a 13 bottom in ETH. ETH versus the US dollar. So unconventional 13 top, unconventional 13 bottom. 9 out of 10 people bullish before a crisis. 9 out of 10 people bearish before up only on high-powered money. Markets love symmetry. Same thing. Armando's here from Florida. 13 bottom in Bitcoin. Elliott wave 0 signal, meaning that's it. Massive hammer candlestick. And just confirmed today, ripping back above support where BlackRock, Binance, and all these other pirates ran the stops and ran everybody out of Dodge. So you have a range between 102 and 89. You take out the bottom end of the range, then you re-enter the range, then you take out the top end of the range. So you're going to blink here and this thing's going to be at 120 because everyone's out. Everyone's like, oh my God, I better buy it with a 90 handle because it's going right through 100. And it is. And Solana, which was the thing I kind of did not get right, even though the DeMark work was unbelievable. It really was unbelievable. 13 bottom, 5 wave signal, and a 0, meaning done. Done. And then it just goes. 13 bottom will be confirmed. You know, I still like ETH better, but again, strategic reserve. I mean, are you going to get in the way of these guys? You going to fade these guys? Got to be kidding me. No way. No way. Now, a brief word about our friends from Aintivirus. So while the market was cascading lower, the guys from Aintivirus just buildled, right? They just buildled. So they released NFTs. That was last night. No one noticed. Just Dario says, I hope this post, which was a video by me, which we'll talk about, helps clarify once and for all the many misunderstandings that there have been in the recent past. I am constantly hunting for deep value opportunities with an open mind and critical analytics. Many often ask me why I saw so much value in Aintivirus and the official McAfee team. Bill explains here very well that real business is generating real revenue behind this crypto project. The token is simply the instrument to redistribute the proceeds of it, right? In other words, it makes money. It shrinks the token with the Solana Mixer, which will go up about it. 90% of crypto is total nonsense, but as happened with the internet boom, the dot-com years. 25 years ago, everything got destroyed, but the things that had a value proposition rose out of the ashes. Rose out of the ashes. And in case you're one of, I don't know, 27 people who have not seen this tweet, I think they put this thing out to like, I don't know, they put it out to like 25,000 people. Let me see what we got here. 34,000 people have seen the video with the McAfee tweet. And you know what? If you don't have time to watch the video, watch this. They got this URL from somebody in the community. Okay. Solana Mixer.com. Nope. The McAfee antivirus. Oh, Soul Mixer. Sorry. Soulmixer.com. Boom. That is the antivirus Solana Mixer, where if you want to do Solana privately, you can do it here. It creates a fee, an antivirus. They buy the anti, and then they burn it. Tornado Cash had $250 million in volume. Tornado Cash is the ETH mixer. You have $250 million in volume going through antivirus. You're talking about burning anywhere from $5,000 to $60,000 a day. But of course, no one wants it. No one wants to touch it. Because we're too busy, you know, I don't know what we're too busy doing. Trend line looks nice. You break out, you retest, and boom. 8 million market cap. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I get some Bitcoin, I get some ETH, I get some XRP, I get some antivirus. You have a portfolio. Boom. This is not complicated. You do not need to call a broker to get this right at all. At all. Okay, just a brief reminder about the YouTube member area. You got to check it out. You got to check it out. You don't have to check it out, but if you missed that Gann roadmap, I think you're going to hate yourself, man. Because people are thinking it's like, 1987, 2008, all these old guys. Sell your XRP. Hope you make money, but you probably won't. Okay, Gary. Okay, let's see who's here. T-Bone in the house. Kevin. Sandman. Daniel J. Bob, a member. What's up? What about the U.S. coins that didn't get picked? Okay, let's go look at them. Stellar didn't get picked, up 12%. Okay, so Stellar is headed for resistance. And guess what? This reminds me a little bit. All right, a little bit. Let's look at Hedera while I'm talking. So this reminds me a little bit of like what gets included in the Dow Jones Industrial Average type thing. So obviously the stuff that does, particularly when it comes out of nowhere, it goes up a lot, right? So I don't know, people may sell some of this stuff. Hey, but what about Web3? And are they really only going to have 6 cryptos in there by a year from now? What do you think? SUI didn't make it. SUI's up 13% because everyone's negative. AAVE is up 14%. Like all this ETH that they get, World Liberty, where's it going to go? They're just going to sit on it? No, they're going to put it in a DeFi protocol like World Liberty, possibly, which runs on AAVE, if I'm not mistaken. So, okay. All right. So, certain cryptos are going to outperform. I get it. But what about Web3? What about the ecosystem? Like, does the government have to moon the coin for the coin to be any good? Like Render. Who in God's name got bearish Render at the discount zone? Right? I mean, okay, some of the made in the USA cryptos may underperform, but they're still made in the USA cryptos. Again, there are, if the Eagle King was here, he would be able to pull it up. I know he would be able to pull it up, right? There's a graph that shows all the American-made cryptos, like Avalanche. I think it's in Banter Bubbles, which I will try to pull up over here while I'm talking. In other words, one of the reasons why people got all negative is because Trump said, we can't figure out who to put in the strategic reserve because of the insane tribalism in crypto, right? Because everybody wanted the government to pump their bags. So what did they do? Well, they did what everybody does who goes to Coinbase, right? They started with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. It's like, oh, the government's coming to Coinbase for the first time. Oh, okay. Well, what should we do? Well, okay. Well, Charles Hoskinson is on the board and retail loves Bitcoin, XRP. I'm sorry. They love XRP, Cardano, and Solana. That's what the people like because the government might actually do something for the people for as long as it can. Okay. This is the made in the USA crypto ski mask dog coming back. Thank God when somebody asked me, I have Arrow and ski mask dog. Should I dump ski mask dog? Thank God I didn't say yes. I just said, make sure you have a position in quality cryptos. So, not every coin on this list is higher, but let me ask yourself, what coins on this list may wind up in the portfolio eventually? They'll start with something. They had to because everyone was negative. It's like, wait a minute, we got to buy this now. Well, I don't want to pay 110 for Bitcoin because it could be sell the fact. Everybody will sell us their bags and it'll dump. I don't want that. That's what the Soros guy said. It's like, no way. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay. Bob, never bet against Michael Saylor. You'll lose. You think Michael Saylor cared that it went to 80 something? He was probably laughing. He's like, wow, I watched this thing go from my average price of 48 to 16 and sit there for 6 months. And you've heard me say this, but I got to keep saying it. I got to keep saying it, right? Okay, let's go over here and let's start talking about cross-chain. Because you want to know a crypto that may just go crazy. You know, government, Uncle Sugar gets involved. These guys, they're going to want return on their money. They're not going to just sit on crypto. They're not going to do a Michael Saylor. They're not. Right? Look at this. Look at Chainlink. Oh my God. Chainlink, the equilibrium zone was 19, and they took Chainlink all the way down to 13. Which, oh, by the way, is where it was right before the election. Do you know how many of these cryptos that they unwound I think they did it to Solana too. They did it to Solana. I know they did. They took out the entire election rally. I mean, the Orange Man, oh God, look at this. I mean, but they did a great job of blowing everyone out. They really did. Solana hit the discount zone. Hit the discount zone. I mean, Solana went to where it was in October. The election was 154. And they had to take Solana down to 125 just to make sure that everyone was out. I mean, this is like the biggest clean out job I've ever seen. Really. It is. Because all of the news flow was bullish. Just the price action was terrible, right? It was the hack, but you knew the Orange Man was coming. State of the Union address. We talked about this, right? We talked about it right over here. You know, if you need a roadmap in crypto, subscribe to this channel, right? Subscribe to this channel. We talked about it right here on this stream. Look at me. What? Did you think he was going to step up to the podium on March 4th and say, you know, just because of those North Korean hackers, we're going to change our mind. We don't want to play anymore. Yeah, okay. That's exactly what the Orange Man was going to do. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was never going to happen. Never. Never. Polygon, Matic. You know, somewhere in here, I apparently missed it. Oh, here we go. I like this. ETH now down 53% against Bitcoin in 12 months. Any country company building their securities industry on this blockchain are betting on an insecure, easily hacked by North Korea protocol and on a pool of investors who are becoming rapidly poorer. Let's see. I mean, I've done this before. 203,000 followers living in El Salvador. Okay. I mean, that's the market update. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to know anything else. You really don't. You don't. Okay. Now, somebody wanted, yeah, I mean, American made SUI. You know, everybody's upset because their coin's not in it, and that is not the point. Do you know what the point is? Is Web3, right? In other words, everyone's like, well, the government didn't pump my bag today. So first it was going to zero. That was everybody. 3 days later, everyone's like, well, it's bearish because the government didn't pump my bag right this second. You know, everybody was like, you know, it's going to zero. It's over. I'm done. And, you know, Toby's on the YouTube member stream going, yeah, you know, I live in 2050. So you guys can all have fun with that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I was like, okay. And then I went and did some stuff with Grok, and then we sorted out the Eclipse thing, and boom, we got this weekly roadmap. Who does a weekly roadmap around eclipses? Nobody except us. So please check that out. SUI. Okay. You got 13 bottom. You got, a classic A, B, C correction. Not exactly classic, but that's what DeMark is good for. And then it's just confirmed and going the other way. Is this a normal correction? And you know what? We've been talking about this on the YouTube member live stream. Everybody wants up only. Nothing sustainable is up only. Nothing. Right? You got to get retracements. And I got news for you. And it's in the roadmap. You better get used to this. Right? Because crypto goes, well, it's going up forever. It's going up forever. It's never going down to it's going to zero. Okay? So there is the SUI correction since September 1st. And it hits the 62% retracement at $2.50 to the number with the DeMark 13 bottom and with this and with that. And then go over here and look at SUI. And it's probably at equilibrium, right? I'm guessing, right? At equilibrium on the bottom of an expanding triangle, automatically drawn by LuxAlgo. And the LuxAlgo buy signal hasn't even come in yet. But we do know that everyone just completely gave up on it, just like they gave up on it in August off the yen carry trade or whatever macro event crypto Twitter became an expert in, like DeepSeek, M2, blah, 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 blah. It's about high-powered money. Zero Hedge knows that. They know that. Right. They know that. I'm interested in Pro. Massive give up. Massive. What's going to happen if they can't move housing? You got to start asking yourself, what brings in lower rates? Everyone's like, what about my bags? Well, the Fed's already on your bags, dude. They're on your bags with high-powered money, right? High-powered money. They're after it. 170 billion in 3 days. Whoosh. You know how much high-powered money? If it's high-powered money, I don't know. They do 500 billion in high-powered money. You could have Bitcoin at 150. Guess everyone thought he was kidding. Look at that face. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know. Let's go over here. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, Bob Martin became a member. Welcome. We had 15 people leave. Please come back. Seriously, please come back. We want your business and we want you to make money in crypto. And we understand if you got all twisted up and you got disgusted. I get it. Come on back. Seriously. Right? It's like, look, the beautiful thing is you can go in and then come out and then come back again. All right. What else we got here? Who's here? Oh, you know what we got to do for T-Bone? We got to do the crypto stocks. Oh my God. I was talking about crypto stocks. I was like, if the stock market does not go down, these crypto equities could just smoke to the upside. Look at this. Wolf. Oh my God. And money flow was about to start coming in on Friday. Look at this. Look at this formation that they have here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy. The way this thing automatically draws it. Every LuxAlgo buy signal on the friggin' planet and money flow about to go green. And they're selling it with reckless abandon. Look at Galaxy Digital, right? You didn't get every signal you wanted, but it was right on support. They just pushed it out of the vehicle, right? MicroStrategy. Hey, you better watch out for this thing. Holy cow. Look at this. MicroStrategy on the 200-day moving average. Kramer bearish. Hedge fund short. Buy. This thing does something like this. It's gone. Not because it's a great buy versus Bitcoin. It isn't. It isn't. It's expensive. That's equity terms. But if you don't have exposure to Bitcoin, Like if you're in Europe or you're in Asia and you're an insurance company and you're going to work, and I don't know, you're in Europe and Asia, you're going to work in 5 hours and you're like, MicroStrategy, they got any securities out there that me, the big Japanese insurance company, can get my hands on? Wait, you got any MicroStrategy paper out there, as it's called? I think we better get some of that. What do you think? You got hedge funds short that stock? I mean, seriously, it's almost like stand up. It's like, is this the market update or is it stand up? It's stand up. Look at this. Look at the Bitcoin ETF. I drew this. I was like, oh, it's interesting, right? Didn't quite get to the 200-day moving average. I was like, oh, see, there's always a twist. There's always a twist. Like, there's a false breakdown in total two. What do I say about bull markets, right? Bear markets don't let you out. Bull markets don't let you in. Bull markets are hard, just like bear markets. Bitcoin ETF doesn't get to the 200-day moving average. Gets to the top of a gap and equilibrium. Just a little touch, a little high. Everybody up here hosed. Everybody up here out. Everybody bearish. Now, yeah, they're going to have to work through some resistance, and you probably do have bag holders up here, but everyone packed it in. Everyone packed it in. Everyone said, it's not happening. Look at these Bitcoin miners. Marathon Digital. Marathon Digital at the discount zone. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in on Friday. It's at the discount zone. Everyone sold it. You have resistance at 15. Who cares? You think they're going to care about the resistance at 15 on Monday? Or they're just going to be FOMOing like wild men? Just like wild men, right? Hut Mining, they ran every single stop that you could run. Every single stop. Right? Right back to where this was before the election. Again, what do you think is going to happen on Monday to people who are short these stocks? They're going to get carried out. They're going to get carried out. Like, yeah, crypto's going to 60, Bitcoin's going to 60. It's over. The cycle's over. You know how many phone calls I got about the cycle being over? Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the cycle. So I get a phone call from a smart dude who's like, look, man, is the cycle over? And I'm like, well, if this planetary thing on the 28th, which should create a reversal, doesn't, yeah, then it might be over. But then I said, well, we've been saying in the YouTube member area that you're going to have cycles within cycles, right? You're going to have all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, 62% retracement, all the way up, 50% retracement, all the way up. That's what it looks like. Now, the normal cycle is up only, down only. Everyone's waiting for that. It's not happening. It's not happening. Okay, so as nauseating as this is, I'm going to do something. I'm going to look at Fartcoin. Now, there were victory laps on Fartcoin in stocks. The stock guys did a victory lap on Fartcoin at the lows. A guy I have a huge amount of respect for, by the way. Let me see if I can find that before I share the screen on Fartcoin. So the smartest guys I know during this down move in altcoins, really in, Hershey's chocolate kiss coins, took the month off and traded Chinese stocks. Then when this thing turned, they came back in. And what did they come back to? They went back to Fartcoin. Here we go. I swear to God, this guy's one of the smartest people I know. Really. Does like sun, moon, all kinds of cycle work. It's like he won some kind of huge award for this in 1998. He predicted the Silicon Valley Bank crash in 1998. February 25th, Fartcoin. The sound was brief. The smell lingers. Because it's all over, right? Because when you see Fartcoin, it's done. Okay, maybe. Actually, when you see Kanye coin, maybe it's done. But these guys, they're coming back into this, man. They're coming back in. Because, as with all cycles, right? It's so destroyed, you can't even draw any fib stuff on it because it's done. It's all the way up, all the way down. And my question is, everyone wants the cycle. Dude, you got the cycle. Except there's more than one. Because it's all the way up, all the way down. Now, of course, this is going to be one of the things that's going to outperform off the low, most likely. Because all the trash, all the low quality stuff rallies first, right? The low quality stuff and AI16Z, I think all that stuff was up on Friday. They were after this AI based stuff 2 days ago. I mean, are you ready for this? $453 million after a 90%, 80% correction. And people are giving me a hard time about Aintivirus at 8 million. Tornado Cash trades at 40 million. So Aintivirus should be trading at least 25 million. But this was the first thing that they went after. Now, I don't think the government's buying AI16Z, but it's not going to stop them. Then after we get done with this, we're going to Web3. We're going to Web3. I don't know. You want to talk about Web3? Let's talk about Web3. What's in Web3? Let's see. I don't know. What about Polkadot? What about Polkadot? It's like, we're going to have ETH. We're going to have Chainlink. We're going to have all kinds of connected things. We want Web3. Okay. Polkadot up 10%. Polkadot right at the apex of a giant LuxAlgo triangle. Money flow was about to start coming in, even with the market going down. Fascinating, said Mr. Spock. Polkadot was at its discount zone on February 3rd. Now, let's make sure we read the Orange Man's tweet again. Let's read it again. I want a crypto strategic reserve that includes these coins. I want to make sure that the U.S. is the crypto capital of the world. And everyone's like, well, what about my coin? Dude, he wants to moon all of the coins made in America. He wants, you ever been to Wall Street or London? Been to any of these places where you could throw a stick and it would hit a skyscraper filled with all kinds of people doing all kinds of market stuff. That's what he wants for crypto because that's what he remembers in the 80s and the 90s. Like Ronald Reagan came in office and then Wall Street was like, okay, you want lots of government debt? Because that's what Ronald Reagan did. He's like, okay, you need guys to issue, tens of billions of dollars of bonds. Like I remember being scared in the 90s, like, oh my God, they're issuing $13 billion in long bonds. Ooh. Like seriously, like we all had to go to bed early and drink Gatorade before work. 13 billion. But Wall Street came in and said, okay, you want to do that? We'll get it done. Give us the bonds and we'll get it done. We'll trade them. We'll do futures. We'll figure it out. That's how Salomon Brothers made its name. They were one of the first Wall Street houses to be like, yeah, okay, we'll buy the whole auction. We'll take it. We'll buy, we'll sell. You want to do something government bonds, you come through us. Just studs. They were just the beasts. And that's what the Orange Man wants again. It's like, where can we start? Okay, well, let's start with, I don't know. Let's start with the basics. But he wants it all done. He just doesn't know how to do it himself. How's he going to know how to do it? His people came to him like, Mr. President, the North Koreans just zapped us. And he's like, I want to do it all. All of it. Wasn't sharing that. The crypto strategic reserve. I will make sure the U.S. is the crypto capital of the world. Not Dubai. Not Switzerland. Remember all this stuff? Well, if you want to be in crypto, you've got to get out of the United States. Okay. Gensler was a problem. I get it. Now, guess what those people are going to be doing? They're going to be buying $5 million gold cards and coming back in as soon as you can. I mean, Vitalik was selling his own coin at 3,000. I mean, when the people that work at the project get bearish, find the low and then buy everything. Find the low and then buy everything. I mean, again, when you have victory laps, it's over. It's done, right? He was, 3 days early, 4 days early, right? Everyone's like, crypto's going to zero. It's not. It's obviously not. Okay. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at XRP. Let's do tactical XRP for laughs. All right. And if you're a YouTube member for $4.99, you do get a priority on comments, which I can see a lot better when Eagle King is here. Oh my God, look at this. So this is a 4-hour chart. Every single cryptocurrency was at its discount zone on a 4-hour chart. And thank God I paid my own advice. I was like, I'm not selling. I'm not buying at premium ever again. And I'm not selling at discount. I'm not. So you want to be bearish? You want to be 9 out of 10 people bearish? Fine. You're going to do it without me. XRP, boom. Expanding triangle at the discount zone. LuxAlgo comes in, I don't know, before this thing went up only. And then boom. Somebody knew. BlackRock knew. This may be next. I was ready to give up on this. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, every layer one other than ETH, get rid of it. Stupid. That was the wrong call. Because there's green money was coming in. It was. Then you had a downward sloping wedge at the bottom. They came out. I saw Avalanche debit card somewhere. I saw it. That's the 4-hour chart. Equilibrium in Avalanche is at 36. They can do security tokens on this, by the way. Everybody's already forgotten. Like, we didn't even do real world assets. Oh my God. Like, if I was BlackRock, if I were these characters now, I would just be like, they hoovered up everybody's crypto. I would be announcing everything. I'd be like, I got all your crypto. And now I'm just going to incessantly bull post it. Incessantly bull post it. Ondo, this really cracked and everyone flooded out of it. I think everybody took profits in Ohm too. That may have given you the chance to buy it after that was like insanely up only. So that's underperforming on this one because it's still close to its premium zone. Okay, Arrow. Oh my God. Arrow at the discount zone on the daily chart. I was like, dude, don't sell Arrow. This is the DEX this is an ETH-based DEX. All of these base coins. Oh my God. Someone was asking about Matic. Not a fan. But I mean, how is anyone selling an ETH layer 2 with this news? I mean, what do you think? They're going to just sit on the ETH? They're not going to do anything with it? Again, discount zone. Dead. Destroyed. Let's go to the DeMark work. Oh, there's Aintivirus. Finally, someone's buying it. Jesus. God, you got to be kidding me. I just can't stand it. But then again, it's just something to go off about. Really, it is. Okay. I can only imagine what the DeMark work on Arrow looks like. Listen, if you want to know what the DeMark Sequential system is, because that's what this is, that's these numbers. So you start the trend. It's called setup. You go 1 through 9. So it counts a certain set of conditions. It's complicated. You can buy a book. I think I read about a total out of this huge DeMark book. I only understood about 25 pages, but I only needed to understand 25 pages to get this. Toe down, wicked counter trend move. Only that's like 1 day. Oh. Sucked everybody in and then dropped it. And then it just goes straight down for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Gives you the 13 bottom, which is the signal you should watch out for. And then it goes to the blow off bottom level. And then it just reminds you that all this was A, B, C. A really complicated zigzag where they unwound the entire election and then some. Coinbase has to get its act together now. They have to get their act together. They got to start listing all of these ETH-based base projects. Enough of AI 16Z or Giga Chad or Popcat or whatever they just dumped on retail's head. They got to get with the program right now, or they're going to get a phone call from the White House. So whatever they've been doing, yeah, my father used to walk in the house with me and my brother when we were misbehaving, or he suspected that. And my father used to say, he used to walk in the house and look at us and go, whatever you're doing, stop it. Whatever you're doing, stop it. I don't even want to know what you're doing wrong. Call up Coinbase. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Okay, so Ski Mask Dog has to do something good. It's got to get above 8 cents. That's what I think. So, in other words, you got a meme coin. Ski Mask Dog is American made. A congressman's buying it, but whatever you own. Okay, so this is another YouTube member area thing. Okay, and then I got to go. Your coin has got to take out resistance. You evaluate your portfolio on the way up. So anything that underperforms now and Monday, maybe you rotate out into something that you know is good. Like Aintivirus or XRP. Remember all these videos? Everyone's like, I made the videos. I made them. XRP is going to $6. XRP could be worth $1 trillion. What's better, Bitcoin or XRP? Those videos are all over YouTube. The orange man wants, and I'm going to share this one last time today. Today. Okay. The orange man has told you the US is the crypto capital of the world. You live in Dubai, you have a business, you're in Switzerland. Vitalik, pack your bags. Welcome to Texas. Come on down. You're coming to the United States. Or we won't buy your coin. And we'll tariff you or whatever, we'll tax you. We won't have transaction tax, which, by the way, everyone's already forgotten about, right? Like everyone's like, what about my coin? Dude, they haven't even done the whole transaction tax thing. The Soros guys were like, Mr. President, the market is down. 90% of the crypto dimwits are bearish. We got to come in and buy it and bull post it right now. Because they won't dump it on us because they already dumped it. They've already dumped it, right? And here is Brad Garlinghouse reminding you about the what about my coin syndrome. I said this before. Crypto industry will achieve the most if they work together. Maximalism is the enemy of the industry's progress. What about your coins? Dude, what about interoperability? What about Polkadot? What about cross-chain? What about it, right? What about EVM compatible? ZK rollups? I don't know. Take every crypto term you can think of that you don't understand and go, okay, well, Grok, hi, I need EVM compatible coins that are in the United States. What do you got? By the way, if you want to know, if you need a roadmap in crypto, me and my purple hoodie here. Yes. Yes. Everybody talking about 2008, 1987. Maybe you got a problem in housing, and maybe that is very bullish for crypto. Okay, people, I did not do a good job shouting everyone out or producing the stream. We have Killer Kev here. Most altcoins haven't made it to new all-time high. Toshi, Filecoin, folks, I will get to it, just not today. Bobby, hype, question mark, no. McAfee, emoji, yes. People, don't give up on crypto. Don't give up on your portfolio. Rearrange it if you have to. Don't give up on crypto. And by the way, it won't be the last 25% correction you see this year. It won't be, right? You have 25% corrections in equities, and then you just had one in Bitcoin, and everyone lost their mind. We will see you tomorrow.